Okay, guys, I'm doing 2 streams in a day. I know it's everybody's lucky day. So I'm working on a new video about fake people, how they get ahead, how they ruin your life, and how life is unfair. So let's go ahead and set the goal for 5 super chats. We're going to be streaming for about an hour, I guess. I am streaming twice today just to see what time works best. Yo, Simone, welcome back. Yo, guys, I'm just streaming again today to see what time works best and see what time is best for me in terms of how to invest my time streaming. Devin, Selwood, Mike, what's up? Mr. Feathers, welcome back. Guys, it's good to see you guys. Some of you guys were here on our morning stream as well. Surly Barber is back. Yeah, I am streaming twice today just to see what time works best. Surly Barber, get that first like. Surly Barber has led by example. We need to follow him. He's a leader in our community here. Liking the live as one should. So guys, go ahead and go down there and like the live. And if you're lurking, because there's 17 of you, I only see a couple comments. You might as well stop lurking and leave a comment. Yeah, Devin, working is pointless, honestly. It's just like we work to survive for what? That video did quite well, and I'm pretty happy about it. Tony, hi again. It's my second live of the day. And my next video for tomorrow is about how society rewards fake people and how fake people can ruin your life. And it took me a long time to understand that what you see is not what you get. And call me a hard learner when it comes to people, but I was so easy to manipulate back then that it was crazy. So it's going to be all about manipulative people, how they get ahead, how they win, how they ruin your life. Devin, your dad is forcing you to work and apply for jobs and shit. Well, I'm looking for a day job as well. I hate just dithering around all day. I get bored, and I feel like earning another band a month might be, a good thing for me. It's not too hard to earn a band a month doing retail, but I can't get a fucking callback. So I completed my applications. I've done like 20 applications, and I'm running out of places to apply. But the reason that I think fake people get ahead is because shit floats and gold sinks. Never forget that. I remember I became aware of like what competition was around the age of 5. Yo, Mike, I do exercise, and I also do workout videos and kind of calisthenic exercises. I have a park right by my house, and they have kind of a calisthenics area like with pull-up bars and such. So I do that. Surly Barber works so he can buy weed and bolster his collection of nerd crap. Today he bought an action figure, a G.I. Joe villain Major Blood. Oh, the villain Major Blood in a big pack of Primo smoke. Yo, whatever gets you through that day, Surly Barber, we got to survive somehow. Devin says he's only 22 and already feels completely fucked. Who relates to Devin? Because I sure do. I've been feeling fucked for a long time. I was feeling fucked when I was a virgin. It's like no one dies a virgin because life fucks us all. Yo, and focus on your steak. I don't want you to overcook it. Yo, Rusty, what's up? Monk, Apprentice, cardio exercise is supposed to raise endorphins. I agree. Mike, what do I listen to? So I'm not opposed to Taylor Swift, as I've said before. I like Vanessa Carlton, Michelle Branch, Kobe Calais. Basic white girl shit is my thing. I hate to say that I'm so basic, but I am. That's kind of the basic white girl music that I grew up with. I also like Julia Michaels. All right. On genealogy of morals. Yo, it's funny that you should say that because I'm about to buy that book and start reading it. I have the book, but it's funny because that's actually in my Amazon wish list right now. And I'm pretty sure that's Nietzsche, right? I was going to get the annotated version of that, and it's so funny because it's literally on my October Amazon purchase list. The Grim Reaper can't come soon enough, says Derp. I agree with that. We're all going to get out of here one day. Am I religious? No. Honestly, I grew up in the church, kind of a casual church, like a Methodist church. It wasn't anything intensive, like evangelical. It wasn't like an all-right cult or anything like that, but it was enough for me to not want to go back. Shelby, listen to A Life by Slowdive. Okay, I'm going to write it down actually so that I can do that. A Life Slowdive. I was listening to some Smashing Pumpkins earlier. I don't know if it's similar. What's up, Devin? All these older people don't understand shit about anything and constantly gaslight you. It's a boomer thing. Like, boomers are fucking narcissists, my guy. Is that just me? Does everyone else have like a bad boomer story? My favorite food to cook, I absolutely love steak. I like beef organs. The room behind you is a clear indicator of your intelligence. The more you have going on, it shows. Oh, thank you so much, Boosted Pastime. I have taken an IQ test, and technically I am above average on the Stanford Binet and the Mensa IQ test, but I don't qualify for Mensa. I'm just under the threshold. On the Mensa one, I scored 128, and on Stanford Binet, I think I scored a similar score. But that's not quite qualifying me for Mensa, though. There's a lot of people that are smarter than me. I know we talked about IQ and a couple other ones. What turned me off from... What's up, Chris? Good to see you. Mike says, what turned me off from religion? It was the cattiness. Like, there was a lot of rumor milling. There was a lot of smear campaigning. There was a lot of lying. It seemed like I was in a game of like Survivor or Big Brother with people that were just claiming Christianity as a way to pretend to be good people. It's always seemed so fake to me. Christians seem really fake. I know there's probably authentic ones out there, but yeah. Voidroid, what's up? Surly Barber says music has gotten him through some real rough patches. Yeah, me too. I grew up listening to stuff like Fall Out Boy and Evanescence, Papa Roach, Smashing Pumpkins was a little bit before my time, but I did get into it a little bit later. But I love all that stuff. Do I think Gen Z is completely doomed from ever having a decent life? It would seem so, DM. I mean, like, to be honest, there's just not enough left for them to have a good life with. And because so many parents just kick their kids out and abandon their adult children, it's like, how are you supposed to get ahead in life? It's crazy. Boosted Pastime's got a lot of boomer stories that he wants or she wants to share. I don't know, Boosted. I think you're a guy. I'm just assuming, though. I might not be sure. But yeah, boomers are the worst. I've had boomer bosses. I've had boomer colleagues. I've had boomer parents. And I got to tell you, they are not my favorite. They like to claim that we're the entitled ones. The gaslighting goes crazy. From what I've seen from the feed on X, YouTube, and Reddit, it looks like WW3, sorry. WW3 is going to pop off soon. And before all the memes about WW3 go off, before GTA 6 comes out, right? So I think WW3 is like one of the least serious wars of all time. Devin says he was raised Christian, but switched to agnostic because I wasn't really sure. Devin, that's a very valid thing to do. It's better to question it. I prefer not to be lukewarm. I just say that I'm an atheist, but I'm also like a pagan. I can tell you're above average IQ. You're extremely well spoken. Thank you, Boosted. That's nice. Maybe if I study for the Mensa IQ test, I could qualify. I just did it raw off the cuff without even learning how to solve the problems. But I'm sure if I studied for it and did some practice questions, I might be able to get a membership, which could be interesting. I could get some interesting stories out of that if I qualified for it. Although I think you have to pay for your membership, which is sus. Yo, John, what's up? Listening and understanding. What's good? Mr. Feather says, I listened to Three Doors Down, Creed. That's a little bit before my time. I think that was 90s, early 2000s, back when I was very young, too young to listen to that kind of thing. So you're probably a bit older than I am. Surly Barber, I believe in God, not religion, but what is God? Yeah, exactly. I think religion, anything run by man is like counter to God, honestly. Don't you guys think that? It's like, how can you be of God? I don't know. I felt I had a God experience when I drank ayahuasca, and I don't even remember my experience very well. I'm getting behind on the chat. We got 55 people in here already. And I'm already behind on the chat. Sorry if I missed a couple people. Just keep posting. I'll try to get to you. And says he was raised by his grandparents who were ordained ministers. Geez, a denomination of Anglican. Oh, also had a very brief stint as an altar boy. Oh my gosh. Because you couldn't sit still. Relatable. Church is so freaking boring. Growing up in the Church of the Nazarene and other small town Southern churches, I can completely agree and verify that it's absolutely correct. Thanks. Fuck. I just lost my place in the chat. After high school, I lived with my mom for 3 years and didn't get a job and then got kicked out. That sucks. Yo, Watch. What's up, Time Watch? Well, look what we have here. And N says he's agnostic. Leaning towards Christianity. Interesting. I'm trying to get into Gnosticism. I think I'm saying that right. I wanted to read the Gnostic or the Gnostic scriptures. Thankfully, welcome with my folks as long as I pitch in on groceries. That's fair. Very fair. I try to buy my own groceries too, Surly. And try to pay my own gas and such. I've never seen so many people, boomers, have so much and still be so ungrateful. Yeah. What's up, other kinders? What's up? Mike, Fake, Stacks, Tam and Fam, Jose, and Marcus. I'm trying to get through everybody, but I'm running out of. What was my thoughts on Raymond after my stream with him? I had a hard time getting a word in edgewise, to be honest. Don't bother with Mensa unless you like Star Trek. Fucking facts. That's funny. Rolando, you're an acrylic painter. Have you ever tried to paint plastic miniatures? No, I haven't, but that would be pretty fun. I could probably even sculpt my own and then 3D print them. I don't have a 3D printer, but you can go to a print shop and have that done. I respect the idea, Mensa. However, the meme of I am very smart vibes is very real. I've never seen that subreddit. A lot of highly intelligent people can have their head up their own ass. I'm personally not that way because I've always had people humble me my whole life and I don't like it, but the thing is I've actually never been what I would consider to be the smartest person in the room. I'm surrounded by a lot of other intelligent people. A lot of my friends from high school ended up as doctors. One married a physicist, another one married a rocket scientist, and then one of them became the rocket scientist that she married. So it's kind of funny that all of my friends are actually smarter than I was, the ones that I grew up with. Surly Barber says he's had an experience that will forever keep him away from atheism, but we're ants in the farm and God is beyond the glass. Interesting metaphor. Tam and Fam, catch up on my recent videos. Some of them are decent. I'm trying to get better at not reading off a script to make them a little more loose, but I do have talking points just so I don't fucking forget anything. Neo, Jose, what up? Boosted says the G in the Freemason Masonic square and compass stands for Gnosis, essentially the search and the quest for knowledge. I didn't know that. Yo, Devin, relatable comment says he's still treated as a teen when he was literally 22 and it's BS. I still am treated like I'm 14, Devin. And when I was 14, I was treated like a kindergartner. Devin, were you treated as a kindergartner when you were 14? And then treated as like a freaking baby when you were 7? Because I've never been treated in an age appropriate way. I've always been infantilized. It's fucking bullshit. In France, catastrophic economic context, intolerable tax and inflation, so relieved to not have a child. Yeah, I always say, Monk, that I imagine my life as it is now, but then I add a kid to the equation. And then that's my gauge for whether or not I should actually have one. Because it's never a good thing to have a kid in my situation. G is the measure of man. Notice where it's located in the 7th letter of the alphabet, representing 7 stages of development. Oh, that seems like it might not be that deep, Derp, but I'm sure there's some sort of numerology shit behind it. Although I do wonder about the order of the alphabet. Has anybody ever else wondered about the order of the alphabet and wondered about the order of numbers? Like, how did we get these universal numbers? All of my high IQ friends are married, bro. I went to one of their weddings, I mean. Let's see. Humility saves our sanity and not comparing ourselves to others. True that, Tam. What's your advice for getting over fake friends? Okay, so Valentine, I'm actually going to make an entire video about fake friends and fake fucking people tomorrow. So it's funny you should say that because I'm going to save that for tomorrow for my main channel video. So don't miss that if you're interested. You've been humbled for your arrogance and my ignorance. I've been humbled just because people are jealous of me. I don't brag. I'm not a bragger. I don't think I have anything special going on with me. But I think being arrogant is never a good idea. Being indoctrinated has nothing to do with intelligence. It's about being smart. Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like if, like the same way someone with a high IQ can become addicted to alcohol, someone with a high IQ can also be indoctrinated 100%. Devin, I'm sorry to hear that. Relatable though. Are you okay? That I'm your imaginary girlfriend in your headcanon. Yo, whatever works for you, a whatever. That's fine. I can be your fantasy dream girl. Just know that the fantasy is probably better than the actual reality. So you'll probably be disappointed if you ever meet me. I never been treated or looked as an adult. Yeah, same here. I've been infantilized my whole fucking life. I've been treated like I'm incapable. Devin, I low-key appreciate that. I look twice my age and hey, my body is deteriorating. I'm 5'6", I believe, but underweight. Oh, yeah. I've been short. I was like a really short kid, so I always looked smaller than my age. People say that my stepdad likes to, glaze me and say that I look younger than 32. But at least he's being nice. I think I look my age, honestly. I definitely look different than I did when I was 25. But when I was 25, people would think that I was 16. They wouldn't let me sit at the bar. They'll let me sit at the bar now, so I know that my face is definitely aged. Both my sister and I are stuck living with my mom and stepdad. I have a job. They mostly leave me alone, but sis is chronically unemployed and is like Cinderella without the reversal of fortune. Surly, that sucks for her. So you're saying like she's like the housemaid that never got to be the belle of the ball? That's freaking horrible. I think that's why Cinderella is so popular because so many people live like that and they have this fantasy of being swept out their feet by Prince Charming. I had fake friends before. They never accepted me for who I am, Neo. It's because they never liked you. They were probably just trying to get near you to boost their own energy and their own ego. I've had men before I understood the nature of men get near me just to boost their own ego back when I was in my prime. And you didn't really miss anything. I'm just streaming double today. Get that steak. I'm so starving for steak. I actually bought a box of beef and it's supposed to better Shelby than Rachel Ziegler. I don't know who Rachel Ziegler is. I don't know who anybody is. You guys are my education. You guys teach me everything that I need to know about life and music. The two smartest men that I have ever met and many other highly intelligent people I have known have both all been massive alcoholics. My dad was what I would consider to be high IQ as well. He was not emotionally intelligent whatsoever, but he was a drunk. Yeah, so I think they go together. I hate to say that I get my intelligence from my dad, but I don't know where I get my emotional intelligence from. I think it's a generational gift. Because boomers they fucking skipped boomers with the emotional intelligence completely. It's fucking horrible. When I was in high school, which was about 19, I looked 14. Sure, Michael, I'll be your fantasy girlfriend. That works for me. Just know that your fantasy of me is going to be better than the way I actually am. The reality is much different. Back like I never left. What's up, boomers? Truly will. You don't look 32 from my end. I'll take what I can get, Neo. Thank you. I have been infantilized by my family my entire life. I absolutely hate it because it's extremely disrespectful, relatable as heck, boosted pastime. I feel like they do it just to keep you in a child's place so they can fucking control you. It has everything to do with control. They don't want to see you evolve and change because it rocks the status quo. I mostly got my mom's genes and always been short. I'm 5'6", which is technically above average. I think the average American female is 5'4". And she's also very fat. So I'm kind of above average in height and above average in the fact that I'm not obese. So that's what I say. I think I'm I'm definitely not a sub 5 as the red pillars would say. And I'm so hungry right now, but I don't have anything to eat. I'm 27 and look older because I have a beard. Don't shave it. Keep it the way it is. Beards are good these days. I think beards are in style these days. Yo, Homestead, good to see you again. Neo's got the tism, especially because we do get infantilized if we have ADHD and autism. It sucks. You have the eyes of a precious moment figurine. Thank you, Tiny Fear. I'm not really sure what to say about that, but I'll take it. Hey, Devin. What's up, guys? Oh, sorry, Alan. What's up? Try life. I'm 30 but look 17. It's annoying as hell. Facts. I don't think I look 17 anymore because when I was 17, I looked like I was 10. I'm not lying. I didn't go through puberty until I was 16. Am I going to go on another date with Raymond? I don't know if that was a date. Maybe. I'm sure we'll do something again. And Monk is complimenting the peacock painting. I'm planning on going in and glazing it later. Glazing my peacock painting before I glaze it. The truly smartest people realize we shouldn't be paying to live on Earth. Yeah, facts. I feel brain dead, says Devin. I don't know if Raymond and I are going to date. He talks a lot. He's not a very good listener. Yo, Sterling Barber, the biggest difference between genius and stupidity is that genius has limits. Has its limits. Oh, that is so true. Social media fucked you, Devin. I don't know how that happened. Man up. Bootstraps, bucko. Don't cry or I'll give you something to cry about. Cue the belt. Slaps harder than my dad's belt. A large portion of my childhood. Boosted Palestine. We have a collective trauma when it comes to this. The number of times that I ran away from my dad's belt and like cowered in the closet simply because I had an alternative opinion and called him out on his shit is insane. Try holding your parents accountable at age 8 and see how fast you get your ass beat. That's called the millennial challenge. Only millennials would understand. If you were anything other than Caucasian, what would I pick? Probably Japanese or Korean. It does have everything to do with control? Absolutely. They don't want you to rock the boat. They don't want you to buck the status quo. They have you cast in a role that you didn't fucking audition for, and they just lock you in, and it stresses your nerves to no freaking end. Sometimes we have a hard life, and it's great to be thankful for the little things. I guess so, Thomas. My taste in men, we'll get to that in a second. All my youth, my family was pissed off because I had long hair and didn't shave. How sick and superficial. Monk, I'm sorry to hear that. My mom tries to tell me when to cut my hair. She wants me to chop my hair off right now because she doesn't want it to get tangled. She thinks she's in charge of when I cut my fucking hair. It's crazy. Wear a mini skirt. Maybe I'll do a fit check as a reward. I could do a little fashion show for you guys, but not today. If you guys are interested in seeing all my outfits, we could try that. I'm in a paint shirt right now, so it's not very attractive. I'm 46, and everyone assumes I'm half my age. That's cool, Stacks. I go clean shaven and look like a 17-year-old boy. Freaking facts. Keep the beard, dude. Romario says I'm beautiful. I got a few gray strands as well, Neo. No problems. I got a whole gray. It's on this side. They're in there somewhere. I got gray hairs, I swear. As soon as I say that, I can't find my gray hair patch. I knew the world before the internet, Devin. I barely remember it. I didn't have internet in my house until I was 14 years old, Devin. We got our first Wi-Fi, our high-speed Wi-Fi when I was 14. And I can tell you that it wasn't much better. It was still fucking bullshit 24 hours a day. You just watched TV and played and went to the arcade instead of doing it at home. It was no different, really. It was actually worse. Being talked down to by normies is fucking exhausting. Decal. True. Die Island says free Palestine. I wish we could make a difference here on this stream, but I really don't think we can, dude. Alan Kelly Stacks. I tell the ladies I'm 20. What up? Kana Club. What's up? I'm way behind on the chat. Manic Pixie it up. You want me to chop my fucking hair off? I'm not going to chop my fucking hair off, dude. I'm keeping it long for real. If you pay $5 to join, will I be kicked out? I probably won't kick you out. I might just leave you there. Porcupine Party says, I'm old. I remember life before the internet. What a crazy fucking world we have today. I know. Devin, the 80s and 90s were so amazing. I don't even know if they were that fucking great. To be honest, I guess they were okay. My mom was the same fucking man. She wants me to cut my hair and when it gets too long. Dude, Devin, we have too many things in common. I agree with a lot of what Raymond says. However, he's insufferably negative. And after about a week of trying to endure him, I left because it's unbearable. I call him the modern day Schopenhauer. I'm pretty insufferably negative too, but at least on my lives, I'm not always freaking sad. This channel is about to get good. I hope so. Your Gen X and your former stepdad raised you to me in a fashion model after Hitman Heart. Lots of arm locks, elbow smashes, and hip tosses. Oh my god. What's up, bro Mario? You're in Brazil. That's pretty cool. I'm beautiful in the classic, traditional, non-flashy way, the way women used to be before marketing and makeup. I'm just an average civilian. I think a lot of men don't see an average civilian very often. They're always looking at done-up Instagram models and shit. Long hair gang. Neo. Raymond is amazing. How dare you? I don't hate Raymond. We're not going to talk shit. He can't defend himself. I will be keeping my hair long. I'm not cutting it, you guys. Don't worry. I'm probably going to keep growing it out. What are we going to do about this planet situation? Form a good guy army? Yo, Dayslands. Hi from Iceland. Porcupine Party. I'm keeping that hair long. I probably won't kick you out. That's a yes. No, I probably won't. I probably won't. I think we first got internet net zero Bell South and AOL around 2004, 2005. Same here. That was when I was 14 or around. I think it was actually, I think we got our internet in 07. All right. We're thanking you for your service boosted pastime. Raymond occupied with a girl he met in Florida. Yo, what is the tea on that one? I didn't know about that. Life is boring before the internet, but the internet made life worse. Yeah, Stacks, I agree. I can be insufferably negative, but I genuinely try not to be. These days it's hard. Right on. What did I do to get born in 02 just to be automatically get fucked? Devin, that really does suck. You have no perspective on how fucked life is. You just born in, you respawned in when it was already too late to win. What is the planet situation we're talking about here? And does net zero still exist? I don't know. What am I on a scale of 1 to 10? I don't know. What city are we talking about? Are we talking about LA, Miami, New York, or Atlanta? I've thought about being a tattoo artist, Aiden, but I don't have any tattoos, so I've never really met a tattoo artist that doesn't have tattoos. I am realistic. I know I'll never date Shelby. I'm just saying that given the chance, you would do so enthusiastically. All right, I'll take what I got. Oh, it's 2 a.m. in Greece. Get some sleep, George. Shelby is jelly of Raymond? I don't think so. I just didn't know he drove out of state to have a hookup. And that was news to me. Devin, you have more time than I do, and I'm not giving up. Crawling through the glass. Anyways, can I elaborate on how I coped with recognizing my lack of talent? Yeah. After I realized that I didn't have like top 1% talent, I actually went through a pretty bad grieving process, and I'm still having a hard time coping with it. What's up, Brass Birds? Bader, I've never seen that movie, and my sign high-low is Gemini. Devin, I should at least look into finding a job. I'm really actually trying it. Oh, you should. Whatever. I'm so hungry right now. I think if I should at least try to find a job, or if that shit probably isn't. Yeah. Do I watch or read science fiction? Not really. I haven't been. I'm a slow freaking reader. I'm a slow reader. So it takes me a long time to read even like a children's chapter book. Too short for me and a man would probably be 5'4" and below. I genuinely believe that the only way we can change the world in terms of world peace is to have more mature, well-informed, reasonable conversations. That's very reasonable. I could consider Raymond, but he lives in a different state, Douglas. Okay, Porcupine says Raymond did not drive out of state to meet a woman. I didn't know that. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't want to gossip about him. He's not here to defend himself. Everyone needs to remember that violence is only the answer in video games. Why would I bust my ass every day, 40 hours a week, just to have nothing to show for it? Devin, relatable. It's so fucking true. And especially if your parents are supporting you, just don't do it. He keeps telling everyone he's driving to pick her up and bring her back to Ohio. That's a long ass way. That reminds me of when Philip DeFranco did something similar and he got catfished. Daislin. I did enjoy my lunch. I had spaghetti, I believe. But I can't wait for tomorrow's vid. I think we're all caught up in the chat there. Unless it's just stopped loading. Did the chat stop loading, you guys? Oh, it's still going. I just hate that life is all about work. Yeah. It's like we just do the shit to survive, and that's it. Boosted is also a slow reader, which is why he listens to audiobooks. Honestly, I have a hard time absorbing information from audiobooks. I cannot process large amount of data quickly. I am the same way. I don't know where my cat is. I think she might be downstairs. My plan for next week is the same plan I always have. Just live. Devin, it's called monetary slavery, factual. My parents give me a roof and don't ask for much in return. I still have enough money to play around with working 30 hours a week. That's good, Surly. At least you don't have to work full time. That sucks. That would suck. Getting married makes life 50% cheaper for women. Maybe if the guy's paying, but that's not always the case. And there's a lot of negative things that can happen to a woman in a marriage. My opinion on the wall, I could still get a man right now if I wanted. I think there is a wall for fertility. That's biological. Devin, our lives are likely drastically different, but living with my parents is middle death sentence. Yo, Jose, me too. I'd rather work my ass off than be a burden to others. I don't even care anymore, Jose. I love cats. They're adorable. Yeah, when did Raymond say that he was going to do that, by the way? RH, the statistics on domestic violence are actually 1 in 5. It's not 0.01%. It's 1 in 5. So get your stats right, please. And by the way, they say that I think 1 in 4 women are assaulted sexually before the age of 18. So get your stats right, sis. Shelby, have you ever had an unrequited crush? I've never had a serious crush on anybody. I'm not very limerent. I don't get obsessed with people, except for like celebrities and musicians and stuff. We all need a group hug. Maybe we will do that. There's plenty of men and women who live off their partners, and that's toxic. I don't really care. I'm call me toxic and all. I don't really give a shit. It is what it is. Can I do an English accent? No. Those stats are not fucking baloney, dude. That's fucking real. You gotta go. You gotta go. Decal, we should build a wall here in Canada across all of America. People understand. If people can understand, can they oversit? That's pretty funny, Paint Wave. I gotta be honest. He's been saying that for the last 3 days. He refers to his Florida woman. Should I call him? I don't know. My phone's right here. I guess I could. I don't know how to put him on the stream, though. My ex got me a DV charge lying after I left to escape an argument. Interesting. Stacks, it actually sucks. No woman is a true incel. There's always a man desperate enough. I agree with that. But is it the right guy? I could get laid if I wanted to, but I'm kind of picky. I'm doing an American accent, Jose. This is my best effort at an American accent. I bought my house at the age of 26. Cool, John. You're an outlier. Are you a millennial or a Gen Xer? Having a liberal mom and a conservative dad. Did you vote in the last election? Yes, I did. I'm not going to tell you who it was, though. I don't think Raymond is bad. I like Raymond. Raymond is a other YouTuber that I did a collab with, Brass Birds. He has mentioned her, but he never said he was going to Florida to bring her back. Shelby, may I speak with you through email? Sure, I guess so. I asked you a question about battle rap. I think you said you used to be a battle. Well, no. I didn't say I used to be a battle rapper. I said that I did a freestyle club with one of my friends. I suck. I actually am really bad at rapping, but I've tried to learn how to freestyle rap before, just for fun. I'm not very good at it. John, you don't own a home. The bank does. Jeez, Alan. Do you like to go on walks? Yeah, I like to go on walks and look at birds. Plot twist. Douglas is Raymond. Oh my god. I agree with you, but not really giving a shit anymore. I still care. That's cool. That's cool. I don't shit about this world. I feel so behind. Devin, I am hopeless as well. I voted for the Green Party. I voted for the Purple Party, my guy. Fear of being alone and old is why most men get married than children involved. Yeah. What's up, guys? Warrior Image. I've never been camping, Tiny Fairy. Yo, Jose, what up? 98 baby here. What defines success for me today? I mean, I think success just involves... I don't rap. I'm not good at it. I tried to join a freestyle club to support my friend, and he got me into freestyling, but I'm not very good at it. I can't even stay on the beat. Yeah, you guys see all my sketchbooks over there. Yep, it's a lot. You guys want me to pull one of my sketchbooks and show you guys? My email address is in my bio, Anthony. Shelby's a big Napoleon Dynamite fan, so she voted for Pedro. Ligers are pretty much my favorite animal, Surly. You okay? All right, I'll go grab a sketchbook. Let me see if I can like get one that's relevant. This one sucks. Oh, we have a kitty appearance. We'll start with this one. So I have my curated sketchbooks, and then I have my actual sketchbooks, which are full of absolute garbage. We could do like a flip through. As you guys see, I draw a lot of wolves and dogs. And what's this? A furry I see? I kind of like the expression of this guy at the bottom. That was one of the ones I did from imagination. What the dog doing? Isn't that when that kid saw a bear? Can I pat that dog? Some studies of cat legs. More cat legs. This is where I do all my studies, which are not nearly as on fleek as the bigger paintings you're seeing back there. Let's see if I can find. Here's some more stylized furry type wolf sketches. Some furry expressions. And I believe on this one, these top ones, I tried to make a Lion King character. That was an original OC. I kind of like the expression of this one. I was really proud of that one, even though it's kind of a looser sketch. Ew, these are so bad. I can't show you those. Those are nasty. All right, that concludes today that sketchbook. We'll have to do another one in a second after I see the chat. Thank you, Michael. He says he loves the sketches. I want to find out if all the dogs go to heaven. That sounds like a bar. Oh, you like the finished work. Okay. Thank you for the compliment, Paint Wave. You say my line work's really good. That's been a long time coming. I've practiced that for a very long time. And to be honest, I haven't done any studying sketching in a while, so I'm probably pretty rusty. Shelby, I wish I could just exist. Yeah, I'm lucky that I get to do that. Am I a furry, Douglas? Yeah, I am, but I don't have a fursuit yet. Stopped drawing over a decade ago. I was never any good. Oh, well, yours truly, if you wanted to start again, you totally obviously could. Back in high school, I used to sketch guns and cars. Yeah. I mean, most guys like to sketch guns and cars. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Except for the fact that they don't let you draw guns at school, and they'll have you like taken to the counselor. Yeah, my email is in my YouTube bio. It should be, Anthony. I love doing portraits when I was young, but debt slavery has killed my enthusiasm. Honestly, Stacks, the biggest thing is just showing up and doing it anyways, because it's a technical skill that you can learn. You don't need to be inspired or anything. Thanks, Porcupine Party. Like my sketches. Have I ever done high fantasy paintings with dragons? I could probably find some of my fantasy art. I would have to go through another sketchbook, though, to find it. I'm the first furry that I've ever met that isn't completely insufferable. Cool. I know about them through their health collab. I'm losing my focus. I'm an artist myself. Cool. Thank you guys on all of the compliments. Therians, in terms of that, I don't really know how I feel about Therians. For those that don't know, a Therian is someone that identifies with an animal. You used to do 3D modeling of firearms in high school. That's cool. Many trips to the principal's office and counselor. You love guns because you love machines. Simply put, you enjoy engineering. Yeah, of course. I hate how they criminalize boys in school. It's crazy. Simply for being boys. Hello, Steven. Haven't had a chance to see your latest videos. Is the situation at home the same? It is a bit different. I am being left to my own devices primarily. I can't speak French. The only language I know is English. I'm going to go grab another sketchbook. Yo, we got our first super chat, Michael, from my fursuit friend. Yo, thank you so much. Our goal is 5 super chats of at least $2 or more by, I don't really know. I do see myself as a witch. I think I've shown this before, but I do have a spell book. W's in the chat for Michael, guys. We love him. He's the first super chat of the stream. All right, I'm going to go grab another sketchbook. I'll be right back. Just give me a sec. So someone said, have I ever done high fantasy with dragons? I present to you a dragon. It's not exactly a narrative illustration like you would see on Magic the Gathering, but I'm also not a professional artist yet. And look, a big cat. What a surprise. My parents do not have Southern accents. Nobody in my family does. Some Zootopia sketches because I'm a furry. My spells, I actually just started making them, so it's a little bit too soon to say if they've worked or not. like this page. If you can see, these are sketches of my cats that I did from real life, plus a lion at the bottom. And here we go, another kitty. My fursuit fund, I was thinking about, these are really old. Yo, Surly Barber coming in hot with that $2. We'd love to see it. Big W's in the chat all day long. Like that painting. Uh-oh. We got an error, it says in the chat. I don't know why. Here's another painting of some sketches. Do I like reading? Jose, yo, thanks for the super chat, my friend. I'm reading the Wings of Fire series right now. I also am going to start reading some philosophy in the forms of Nietzsche, and I was also going to start reading some Steinbeck. So I actually ordered those, and they're on the way. I don't think I've ever drawn a SpongeBob character. It's not really to my taste. 3D modeling takes a bit to learn, but I think it would be worth it. Yeah, I actually think 3D modeling would help me with my paintings because I could do I could make my own reference images with 3D modeling. Here's another semi-dragon, an ice dragon, I suppose, and Nala. Yep, I drew these guys. These are my raw sketches. This page is a bit of a hot mess. Here's another dragon down at the bottom. And some wolves. Yo, Mandel. Mandel, you are a beast with that $10 super chat. We're about to, I was afraid we weren't going to make our goal within the hour, but you guys are pulling through. Yep, Stacks, we got that Nietzsche and Steinbeck grind on our hands. I bought the entire Steinbeck short story archive, his top 5 books. Do you really want to read Nietzsche? That's kind of a cruel and dim as hell. Well, I'm a kind of a cruel and dim as hell person, I guess. We're going to hit that goal, guys, for real. All right, Jose, nice to hang out with you. Okay, I'm going to keep... Here's a Simba drawing, you guys. W's in the chat for Simba. Let's see if I can... Oh, here's some Pokemon. A Pikipek and a rabbit. And some more rabbits. And a Torchic. What's up, Torchic? Guys, if you know the name of this character, you're as old as I am. Tell me who it is. And some cats. I was trying to stylize them in different ways. Yep, Painwave, you guessed Momo, and you are correct. Exiled Zebra, it's not Zaboomafoo, Exiled Zebra. It's Momo. Come on. There's like 2 lemurs in our childhood, dude. Although Zaboomafoo is an admirable guess. I should draw Appa, actually. I don't think I have an Appa drawing in here. An entire page of Simba. And if you know this character, you watch The Lion King 2, which makes you a super fan. Name this character, you guys. And his sister. And some more kitty cat sketches. Oh, these were drawn from life, by the way, which is why they're not nearly as good. Oh my god, I remember Zaboomafoo. I'm not going to say that I don't remember Zaboomafoo, though. Not Mufasa, guys. If you guys don't guess it within the next couple seconds, I'm going to just tell you who it was. It was Nuka and Batani in Lion King 2. I might do like an official flip through on these, but this page is a freaking fuck ton of shit on there. Just some doodles from my head. A snake. A giraffe. in, owl. Just waiting for my time to be up. I'm tired. Yeah, I hear that. But we're probably going to be here for a while. Some cats. We got about 10 minutes and we need one more super chat to meet our goal. But no pressure. I like this guy down there. Look at that guy. A cheetah. Just a handsome lion sketch. My fursuit budget is non-existent right now, Douglas. I might try to make my own just to see if I can. Here's a human portrait. I believe that is just a person. I don't really draw humans very often. Here's sort of this one is just a sketch from my head. It's some sort of dragon. What do you guys think about him? Yo, Notos with the final super chat. We got another one from Surly Barber, you guys. W's in the chat. We met the goal. I think that means that I'm going to do a fit check live next time, where I'm going to try on all my dresses. But I know that's some fan service for you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I have so many drawings, it's actually insane now that I'm looking at it. W's in the chat if you recognize this character. Computer's locked. Oh, yo, we got another one. I almost missed that. Will, thank you. I can't believe it. Anything Sisyphus. What is that? I'm not familiar with that. This is not Simba, although he is from The Lion King. Anyone a big fan of The Lion King? No problem, Stacks. We're just happy to have you in the chat. Not Kion. You're getting closer though. I'll tell you in a second. Some bears. That last one that I showed you is Kovu, so somebody did guess Kovu correctly. Congrats. And some animal skulls. Some more lions. You ain't even watched Lion King, you got it right. You should be proud of yourself. I just love drawing lions, as you can see. This one is a hybrid between a lion and a crocodile. And we got our wolvies. Another wolf. This one's a more of an interesting wolfie. And finally, a lion and a tiger. A lion and a bear. No tiger. Oh, thank you, guys. I do have another one that we can start getting into in a second, but let me check out the chat first. Maybe Shelby's starting to get the idea that many of us guys think she's a prize catch. I don't really think that I'm a prize, Surly. But I do appreciate your compliments, though. Thank you, guys. I like the smell of gasoline, says Devin. All right. I like drawing animals primarily. It's mostly what I do. Let's see what's in this one. What do you guys think about this? I think I actually do have them on Pinterest already, but nobody seems to be interested in them. Some cat anatomy sketches. Very important to study that anatomy. It is kind of similar to a Neopet DH. I am very inspired by Neopia. A cheetah and some more lions. As you see, I draw so many freaking lions. This one's good. I can sort of draw hands. It's been a while since I've really tried. If I have a reference, I can usually do it, but definitely not from my imagination. I don't have it that good. Wolf, expression, poses. Some snakes. Oh, I would love to draw some Lion King Comets DH. That sounds right up my alley. These ones are deer. I don't really draw machinery very often boosted pastime. It's something that I might try to do just to stretch my skills. And I really have never thought about the fact that I've never drawn weapons. I actually do have some digital drawings of weapons, but since you guys are requesting some weapon art, I probably will get around to it and start to do that just to please you guys and just to test my skills as well. You can't believe I worked in fast food? Why not? I'll definitely try to draw some weapons. I might draw some swords as like in like a fantasy way, kind of like Final Fantasy swords, but my own design. I don't know a lot about guns, so it would be a brand new subject for me. But that's the only way to get better, right? I can't draw furries all day long. Or can I? Because look, it does appear as though I've drawn furries all day long. And some more. This is insane. I guess that's the last page of that one. S'mores. I would love some s'mores right now. I'm too smart for fast food. That's why I sucked at it, Michael. I was actually so smart at fast food that I was fucking terrible at putting the fries in the bag, and I'm not lying. I actually have utmost respect for people that are able to put the fries in the bag. I wasn't dumb enough to do it right. But at least that's what I tell myself. What's up, guys? We're almost at the end. I'm going to grab one more sketchbook, and we're going to probably wrap it up after that. I'm terrible at every job too, Dev. Awesome. Some cat sketches from real life. Yeah, so I've been drawing cats a long time. A deer. There's a lot of tutorials online about how to cast spells. It is so hard, Exiled Zebra, to work in fast food. It is actually extremely difficult. Oh, you guys were talking about hands. Here's one. And here's another one. Look, I even do this. I did a foreshortened hand for bonus points. It's not perfect. This one is really a smaller sketch, but I think that's not terrible. Some of these are pretty old. This is kind of a more psychedelic shell sketch. What game consoles have I made in my lifetime? Some dinosaurs. Primarily, I've just had Nintendo consoles my whole life. That's about it. I started with the GameCube. Now I got to get that Switch 2 money up. We got to get that Switch 2 money up, you guys. I think I might ask for it for Christmas. Do you think my parents are going to get me a Switch too? I doubt it. Here's an interesting prop design page of some huts. Concept art for huts. Concepting. And a Sketcheroo page of Charles. This one's interesting. Charles is my cat, of course. He's made some appearances. Some cassowary studies for freaking no reason at all. Who draws a cassowary? And another page of cassowaries and a page of odysses for some absolutely no reason at all. This one looks very refined. This appears to be an animal leg anatomy identification page. Here's a nice page of Vegas. This is her as a queen cat. Cassowary by Shelby equals $1 million. What up? How can anyone get fired by a fast food restaurant? If you fuck up enough, they will not let you stay on the team. You know what's interesting, you guys? This book is from like a long time ago, but I've been thinking about these postpartum images for a long time. So I guess we're almost at the end of the stream. So this is where I get to talk to you. Hey, Zinthlay. I guess so. Yeah, I basically missed the Sega Genesis. I was too young. We'll have to save the other sketchbooks for a different day. Whew. But I do have plenty of sketchbooks that we can keep looking through. I'll have to make another one and start filling up some more. If I was born in a different time of history, what time would I like to live in? I don't know. Maybe I would be born in 1980. Just like roll back the clock a couple years. How did I learn to draw so well? Mostly just through trial and error. I should do online cosplay. I suggest either Travel Room, Boba Fett, or Snorlax. Starts burning around you. Don't do it. What does? You want to live in the 70s or 90s? I would probably be born in 1980 just so I could experience the 90s and remember them. I was born in the 90s, but I was too young to remember them. You were born in 85? Steven, that's pretty cool. I think I have my spell book. I can open it up and show some of those. Check out how thick it's getting. We're not even halfway done yet. And it's still getting real thick. This is a spell for transformation. And this is a spell of divine feminine power. Yo, what the hell? Something was like touching me. I really like this one. It's really shiny. This is mostly just a scrapbook. I did this one, I think, a couple of days ago. Prosperity spell. This one is for creative inspiration. I lasted at my fast food job for about 6 months before I just fucking couldn't stand it anymore. They upped my responsibilities and kept my pay the same, and I was pretty pissed off about that. It looks like an ancient grimoire because I'm trying to make it an ancient grimoire. I want it to be I want it to be a grimoire, actually, so it will become a grimoire one day. Moon goddess with a horn god. Yep, we love our paganism here. What do my parents think of my art? They're as supportive as they're able to be. They're pretty used to it by now. I don't have a WhatsApp. But some people have been calling my art AI, and I'm just like, the fuck? I literally record myself drawing. Like, what? But anyway, my cat has never given me fleas before. Imagine if people found your grimoire 500 years in the future. That'd be so cool. I wonder what they would think of it. But it's getting pretty thick. I hope it lasts that long. That would be pretty cool. You're just trying to picture Shelby in what? A fast food uniform? I bet this does give you some, satisfaction. What does? Hey, Shelby, I love the art you were just sharing a few moments ago. Too bad I entered late. Greetings from Colombia. What's up? My cats don't spray. They're pretty good about it. She's drawing all that. I'm an artist. You can tell it's real art. Thank you, DH. Especially considering some of those were created before AI even existed. Collaborate with choreographers or dancers? Maybe. I've never really thought about that. By the way, you would be a good mom because you know what a bad mom is. Don't tell her that. She'll get mad. There's no guarantee that I would be a good mom, but hey, if it does happen, it happens. Have I ever heard the name of someone called Bo Burnham? You mean the Bo Burnham? Like, put your hand. How does that song go again? His Other Side album. We love Other Side album. What is that one Bo Burnham song where he won a Grammy, but then he didn't show up to get it? The greatest rapper ever. Repeat stuff. I love Bo Burnham. He's one of my original YouTube celebrity crushes. I've been following him since like the early days, since like 2010 or so. I've thought about teaching art. I just don't know how to teach. But it's a possibility that I could do that. I think all of us like Bo. We all grew up with Bo. I love the fact that he won a Grammy and didn't show up for it. That was a power move. I loved it. Whitest Kids, Kitty History wasn't a comedy. It was a documentary. Right on. I agree with that, Boosted. My shirt is just the slogan of my grandma's nursing home. My ancestry is mostly Scottish, Irish, German, French, just Eastern European mostly. There have been many talented artists that were broke, and I'm one of them, apparently, Surly. Thank you for telling me I'm talented, Stephen. Yeah, Neil, teaching is a completely separate skill. It feels like it has to be built up. And it would take time to learn how to teach. So I'm not even sure where to learn how to teach. Like, I don't want to go to university to learn how to teach art, to be a public school teacher. I would do this to myself if I had to teach public school. I'm not opposed to teaching art, but I don't want to teach in a public school setting. I would die. A Bug's Life. Oh, yeah. If they know they outnumber us 500 to 1, It's like a metaphor for capitalism. Oh, who remembers the show Are You Afraid of the Dark? Of course we know that show. The vultures make millions off of them. Maybe I can try teaching just on here. But most of my teachers that I've had in art are mostly online and they can speak and draw at the same time. And speaking and drawing at the same time is not easy. Yeah, it was a great speech about capitalism, people fighting the regime. I love Flick. He's a real anti-capitalist. Shelby's better than Bob Ross. You know, Bob Ross was a performance artist too, though. DH. He was also a businessman. And he made his art accessible to the masses, which is why he succeeded so much. I'm not ambidextrous. I think Bob Ross could have painted better, but he chose to paint to the lowest common denominator so that people could paint along with him. Mortician idea might be too expensive. I don't know where I don't even have I know I had my Wendy's visor at one point, but I'm not sure if I still have it. Yeah, he actually he took his style from another artist and he would paint his paintings multiple times. So he would have one of his paintings off camera so that he could look directly at it and then paint it while he was painting. There's a lot of controversy around Bob Ross because he basically stole his entire shtick from someone else, but he was just a better businessman, so he won that. Shelby, I like you, but I dated a former public school teacher once, and based on her stories, you wouldn't make it past an hour or two. I agree. I agree with that, Surly Barber. I'm not built for public school. I didn't even like being a student in public school, let alone having responsibility. How old am I? I am 32. Class. Are you flattering me saying I'm in my early or mid 20s? I'm 32. Metasprite, have you played Hollow Knight Silksong? No, I haven't. I haven't really. I've heard of Hollow Knight. I've heard really good things about it. How might I speak with you over a call? I don't really know if I want to do that. I don't know. Class, you're definitely you're glazing me, class. You're glazing me for real. I'll smile for class because he started glazing me. All right, guys. We're getting to the end of it. What percentage of my friends are married? I don't know. I think most of them are married now, which is why we can't really be friends anymore. Oil paint is very expensive. So that's why I don't really have any right now. I'm mostly painting with acrylic. Mother's a public school teacher and all she has is horror stories. My sister's a public school teacher. I'm not even sure how she does it. I'll be 31 in 4 days, and I used to hang out in Atlanta with streamers. You give off a Fed vibes, but I know you're not the only one, and you're an artist. You think I'm a Fed? That's hilarious. I don't know what half of this slang is, you guys. I honestly don't. I'm not giving my opinions on any dictator, past or present. And I'm not giving my opinions on any current world events either. I don't think anyone should support the slaughter of children, though. I'll just put it like that. And I'm sure it's very complex. I don't really know all the. You think I'm a gang stalker? Douglas, I think you might be psychotic or something. I'm not that motivated to be a gang stalker. I would be so bored stalking someone all day long. I'm not an actress, Connie. Although I'll take it. If you want to glaze me, I'll take it. My opinions on the nuclear family. What? I don't really have an opinion on the nuclear family. Politics is trash anyway. Have you ever punched someone in the face? Yes. Yes, I did. I've also drawn a knife on someone before. And I had to be physically pulled away to not catch a charge that night. Luckily, someone intervened before I assassinated my sister. I'm trying to stay away from politics. I punched a guy that I moved out of San Diego with because he was I won't even get into it. But yeah, I got physical with him. I'm lucky he didn't call the cops on me. I'm not very good at punching though. Have you ever jumped double dutch with a group of black girls? EA8, I would be scared to do that because they're pretty intimidating people. I would be so intimidated to do double dutch with black girls. Oh my god, is that racist? Mostly because they're really good at it and I would hate to suck. It would be very intimidating. What is your favorite fast food? My favorite fast food is Wendy's. My favorite food is steak. You think me getting physical with someone is hot and endearing? I don't know about that. Go to the gym and get ripped, Devin. We all support you. I've skipped class before. I had mad senioritis. I skipped class all the fucking time in high school, my last year. Nothing's intimidating about black people necessarily. The only thing intimidating is that I'm assuming they would be really, really good at what they're doing. Maybe if it was some kids, I would. They tend to see me as an op, is what I mean. So honestly, black people tend to see me as an off riff. I hate to be racist, but that's just the vibe that I get. They act completely different around me. And I'm not oblivious to that. Your favorite food is also steak. Sirloin. Douglas, we're not going to get racist. We are the ops. I don't think I'm an op either. I try to be fair to everybody, but we almost got racial with it, so we're going to drop that and move on to the next subject. She does her beautiful thing, kind of manic, might be on meds, might need meds, making her own destiny and being obligate. Big words. Yeah, what up? I like the hot ones. This comment session is becoming a bit crazy, I have to admit. I'm sorry if that was racist skills. I don't know anything. I was just responding and I probably sounded really fucking ignorant. That was pretty dumb. What are some TV shows that I liked? I don't know. Have I ever done? I did double dutch one time in 5th grade and I fucking got it all over my legs and I tripped. I was the IB program in high school. Oh, fuck. If I won the lottery, I'd probably get a house and somewhere and just start studying art all over the world and become the best artist I can. I never played tennis. So I think we're running towards the end of this chat. And I think we should prepare to say goodbye. It's almost 8 o'clock. And oh my God, I'm not going to repeat anything that was just said. So anyway, guys, it was good to see you guys. And I will see you in the next one. I want to do art maxing. And in our next stream, we might try art maxing, you guys. We might do a live stream of me drawing. And we'll end with a cringe smile. All right, guys. It was good to see you guys. I appreciate everybody. I can't believe we met our goal like that at the very last second. And I'll see you guys probably on Saturday. And hopefully I'll be streaming some art if I can get that set up. And if not, we'll just do another chat stream. It was good to see you guys. All right. This is official. Goodbye.